guys, and welcome back to this week's vlog. I thought I would do a bit of a routine vlog of Dan's kind of day at the moment of him being on a box rest. So I get here for 6:45 every single morning and I go and give him a little stroke, which you guys will see in a minute. I'm just walking up to him and then I put his bridle on and get his brushing boots on and we go for our walk. So here he is, morning baby. You've had a good night's sleep by the looks of things. So at the moment we are at 35 minutes of walk. This is our 4th day doing it, and on Saturday I will be upping it to 40 minutes, and then I have another week left of doing 45, and then the vet's going to be coming out and assessing to see if I've got to continue what I'm doing or if I'm able to go up to the next step. So obviously I walk him every morning just because it's been quite warm, so it's not as hot for him. Also, although normally he wouldn't normally bat an eyelid, the slightest thing, if a trailer goes past, a runner, a cyclist or something, he just goes absolutely crazy. Now, he wouldn't normally be like this. I think it's just from him being in for so long. He's just got so much energy, and I also think he's feeling good in himself as well, which is amazing. He's obviously used to a lot of turnout and being in a lot of work, so this is quite a big thing to him, just being stuck in the stable. So yeah, whereas normally before he was on box rest he wouldn't bat an eyelid of a trailer or a walker, but at the minute he does, and I have had lots of occasions with his back legs up in the air with me, which is not pleasant. He's very keen. He marches out, and I'll try and get some footage of us walking, but also I need to try and keep it safe with him because I can't have him jumping around. But yeah, this is what we do every single morning. There are some times where I will do him in the evening, but I mainly like to do it in the morning just because no one's up in the yard. And there's no one really around, and I was doing it in the Sands school, but now I take him, we basically have a lane, it takes you to a dead end. You see the odd car that goes down to one of the stables, but it's not like going on a main road. You have the Tarka trail above us, but it doesn't really affect us unless some cyclist comes past really fast, which again he wouldn't normally make any notice to, but at the minute he is. So we just walk up and down there for 35 minutes and then he comes back and it's time to do the rest of his routine. So let's get his bridle on. I've also put a flash on him just because he got into this habit of trying to bite me and it was really bad, so the flash just stops him from doing that because the amount of bruises I've got. But I am kind of on a tight scale as well, so let's get his bridle on and get him walking out. Sorry guys, it's not the best angle, but baby. I also put his brushing boots on. Don't we miss that? Just because you would have seen in day 1 of rehab that I put his brushing boots on just for extra protection. I mean, I always ride him in brushing boots. It's not really any different other than we're not trotting, but because we do have some spicy moments which can be very interesting, I just want to make sure he's protected, don't we? And when I start riding him, he will have his flash taken off because he doesn't need a flash. It's purely because he is just, it's so out of character for him, but it's not nice and he keeps getting bitten, so it just stops him. Good boy. Good boy. Right. So I pull him out of his stable and I just tie him up outside the other, and I put his boots on, don't we? You want to stretch? his walk. So I'm going to see what the time is now, and then we'll be back here in 35 minutes. So here we are, guys. I'm definitely getting fitter, to say the least. He's very, very forward, and he's at the stage now where he just wants to keep trotting, which obviously we're not at that stage yet. It's meant to be controlled walk, and we're trying our hardest to keep it controlled, but it's so exciting for him, as you can imagine. But yeah, so we do this every morning. If there are some mornings where he is full of it, so then when it's like that, I just put him into the sound school, just because it's obviously an enclosed area. Although yesterday morning I walked down here and he was just being so stupid, like really silly, and I can't have him like bucking around. You can't have that. Hang on, guys. He was being so silly that I had to turn him around and put him into the sound school, basically, because he is walking. This is what he does, and then he will spin and put his back legs up. But no, he is a big horse in the sense as he's chunky, he's strong, and when he's in the mood to be silly, he grows about 2 hands, and I'm not the tallest, and because he is a big boy in the sense of chunkiness, he is so strong. It's unbelievable how strong he is. So he's not easy to handle when he's full of it, which I know is hard to believe, guys, because like he is as good as gold, like he is, but the box rest is just getting to him, as would any other horse, and he is still being amazing on box rest, but you can be just a bit full of it, can't you? And I will admit, I'm not enjoying walking him out. It's not the nicest, it's very stressful trying to keep him controlled, but hopefully there's only another 2 weeks of walking him in hand, and then hopefully we'll be able to do the next step if the vet is happy with us. But where we walk is completely flat. I'll turn the camera around and show you guys that. No, this is basically what we walk on. The Tarka trail is up there, and yeah, it's completely flat. It goes all the way down to the other end. There's like a gate, and what I do is I let him have a little hand graze for a minute or two, because the vet says it's fine for him to have a couple minutes where he just stands and has a little hand graze. So I do that, and then we walk back to the stables, and then we come back down here and walk back up, which is nice.
I wanna get to your clothes, gotta get it right now. I wanna push all the limits with you right now. So watch your feelings, the city's screaming, we're not coming home tonight. We're living quick in the world, gotta get it right now. People talk and tell what you wanna hear now.
Guys, this is where we stop, and he has a little munch of grass. He looks out over, and that basically track goes on, but we're not allowed to go through this part. We're only allowed up to this gate. It would be perfect if we could go down there, so I wouldn't have to keep like turning around and going up and down. But it seems to be working what we are doing, which is good. And the walking in school, well, when we was at our friend's, he was there for 3 weeks, and I kept him in the school because there was no way I was taking him out on the road with how he was being. And then the first 2 days here, I put him into the sand school, and then the 3rd day I walked him up and down here, good as gold. The first week, good as gold, no back legs, he was so much better. But now we have some silly moments. There is still some days where he's forward like on his toes, but all 4 feet are on the ground, and I don't mind him being on his toes. It's when he puts his head right up and he's like prancing around and back legs and spinning and being really naughty. That's when I don't like it. Like this morning he's just been like on his toes, which is absolutely fine. So yeah, and this is one of the reasons why I like to do it in the morning, because there's hardly anybody on the Tarka trail. You don't normally meet anyone up and down this track anyway, which is just amazing. but there's like nobody on the yard. It's like so quiet here, which it doesn't wind him up. And as I keep saying, on a normal basis it would not wind him up whatsoever. He wouldn't even bat an eyelid of it. It is just purely because he is sucking and he's got so much energy. I think he's feeling so much better, which is brilliant. That's obviously what I want. But yeah, doing it like at lunchtime or in the evening, it isn't the best. The other night I done him at about 8:30 because it was so hot I couldn't do him any earlier, and I thought also doing him that time hopefully no one will be really around, but he was full of it. I would go back and tell my mum, oh, he's like been full of it, and telling her, but I don't think she realised actually what he was like. And she come up with me and I literally brought him out the stable. He was being so silly and she was like, oh. So yeah, it is hard to believe because he is always such a good boy, but he can be a bit of a monkey and a handful, guys. But yeah, so do this in the mornings, and then he has his stable all mucked out, and then yeah, but it's so nice and peaceful here. It's lovely. Like, I do this rain or shine, guys. Obviously he has to do this every single day. He's not really allowed to have a day off from doing it. The vet did say if there is the odd day where you cannot do it, then obviously it's not going to hurt him, but he needs to do it really every day. Well, I have not missed one day. We have been out here every single morning or late evening. We have been out here when it's been absolutely pouring it down, walking up and down with him. We've been out in the sunshine, like we've been out in all weathers doing this. I've not missed a day. And yeah, so far so good. Yesterday he had a fresh set of shoes, which is exciting. And I got them to take the road nails out back along when he first come on box rest, because there's no point in him needing them, but kept his shoes on. But I'm hoping that when the vet comes out I might be able to, fingers crossed, get on him, because that was the plan if all well. So I won't be seeing the farrier for another 6 weeks, so obviously I'm not going to be seeing him before the vet next comes out. So I asked him to put his road nails in just in case I'm able to get on him. And I also have the saddle fitter coming out. It's worked out so well. He's coming out the day before. Actually coming out the day before I have the vet out, which is amazing, to make sure his saddle's all fitted, because it was only fitted back in April, but he was really fit then, whereas obviously he's lost all his muscle in his bum, he's changed shape, he's not fit. So the saddle's not going to fit him to how it was in April. And before I start doing my work with him, I think it's only going to be walking, but regardless I want to make sure that the saddle fits him and he's comfy. So yeah, so the saddle's going to be fitted. I also had the saddle fitter out on Friday for Mittens, and my GP saddle, which was Dan's, has gone back with her, and she's going to change it all because it was all changed for Dan. It needs to go back to normal for Mittens, so she's took that, and it's going to be coming back when the saddle fitter comes out for Dan. So yeah, a couple more weeks hopefully of just riding in the treeless with Mitts, and then yeah, hopefully I'll have his saddle fitted, and then hopefully the vet says I can get on him, which is going to make life so much easier. He's going to be so much easier to handle, because I will then start taking him out onto the main road and doing other routes with him where it's flat. But I don't want to do it with him in hand because it's a lot harder to control him in hand, obviously. So yeah, while I'm doing in hand, it's just up and down here or in the school basically. Right, he's had a little graze, so we're going to walk back now, and then we'll be coming back up here. This is it on the way back, guys. He keeps wanting to go and eat. But this brings back so many memories, because I used to ride Dan up and down here to like cool him down after a ride if he wasn't cooled down enough. Oh, come on, Dan. So yeah, it brings back some memories. Dan's been up here loads and loads of times before we even started our rehab, didn't you? And we're so close to the sea, literally. Behind the Tarka Trail is the sea, which is lovely. Come on, mister, we can't do any snacking and hacking. We gotta get walking. You've already had some grass up there. Yeah, Mum.
You said it was the last time, but you keep coming back to tell me you're sorry that you take back all the things you said.
Really funny as well, guys, because when we come on the way back to stables, he's like a lot slower. But then if I was to turn around now and go back towards the gate, he literally, it's like a steam train. He goes so fast. It's almost like, no, I don't want to go back to my stable, which I literally don't blame him at all. But yeah, he's more like, oh yeah. I much prefer leading him back this way because not normally we have silliness. It's normally on the way out, which is quite nice, isn't it, mister? You're being a very good boy though. Don't want to talk too soon.
Tried to build my walls up, but you're taking them down. It's tearing me apart. I can't pretend.
Guys, we must have been quicker today. I think it's because we've had no silliness. We've got a couple more minutes. So just walking him up the other side of the lane, which is proper deja vu, because I used to have to lead him up here to go to his field to turn him out. So this is like really weird because it was actually 6 years ago when I was doing this. It does feel really strange taking him up here, Dan. Yeah, I just take him up to the corner where his field was and turn around and come back down. But honestly, I don't want to talk too soon, but it's the best he's been in a fair little while. I think I need to vlog all the time, guys, because it seems to be good when I get the camera out. I feel like I need to do it all the time because there has been moments where I've been like, I can't do this with him anymore, and there's been more than one occasion I've been like that. So yeah, good boy. So this, I'll show you his old field. It used to be his old field. I used to have to walk him up here, and I used to have to put him in, shut the gate, take his head collar off from this side of the gate because he would turn and buck in your face and canter off. Do you recognise this, Stan? So yeah, you'd always have to stand this side of the gate, take his head collar off, else he would buck. But now it's been turned into stables, basically. Used to be stables for a few years, and now it's like a garden, a lovely garden for them all. There we have it. We have completed our 35 minutes of walk for today, and we will be doing this tomorrow morning. Tomorrow actually marks, 2 weeks left. So Saturday I'll up at 40, then we'll go on to 45, and then the vet will be coming 2 weeks tomorrow. So touch wood, have everything fingers crossed with us, guys. And yeah, it's not, oh, you got my jumper, have you? You want your treats. So my next little routine is what I do is I take his bridle off. I don't like him stood there with the bit and everything. So I'll take his bridle off, just put his normal head collar on, and then he always gets a treat. Whenever he was in ridden work, he would come back and have a treat. So I basically just do the same with him. So I'll put his head collar on, give him a treat, and then he will just stand here while I have his stables to do, which I'll show you guys in a minute. I've got to turn the camera around. And then I leave his boots on until he goes into his stables, because sometimes he moves around a little bit and I'm like, a little bit extra protection does not hurt. So let's get him a treat, because that's what he will be waiting for. Dan and I have a new routine that we've got to do. So basically, when the farrier come yesterday, I wasn't here because I had to work. So my mum dealt with him, and the farrier really struggled to do anything with his feet because they are just so hard. Like, he just couldn't do them. Obviously he managed to do it in the end, but it was a lot of hard work. And he said the reason why his feet are so hard is because he's not going out in the field. His feet are not getting wet or like moist. He's obviously just in. So whereas normally obviously horses going out in the field, their feet get all wet, it softens them up. But because Dan hasn't been out since April, his feet have just gone rock hard, which isn't the best for him. So I've just been told to moisturise the inside of his hoof, all of his frog and everything, and the outside, and I have to do that twice a day. So he had it done last night and obviously now this morning, and I'll do it with him this evening as well. But yeah, they're just so hard. Obviously once he start going out in the field and going a little bit back to normal, then they'll start softening up. But at the moment, obviously he's still in, so I've got to do it with him. So my next job is, normally I'd be mucking out right now, but I have to go and soak the nets. So I'm gonna go and soak that one, and then I will let it drain, and while it's draining I will get him mucked out. That's his hay net soaked, and I basically just let it drain now and I abandon it in the yard while I go and get Dan mucked out. I normally aim to leave here. I'm normally done either just before 8 or 8, so I obviously leave straight away, and then it gives me a bit of time to drive and get the other 2 ponies done, and then obviously to be at work. I cannot talk, guys. To be at work in time. So this is his stable before. Out, just got to go and do water. Already brought my wheelbarrow out. I've swept this area here. So Dan now has a scoop of the Bailey's nuggets. It's fibre, but it's got no sugar in to heat him up, and they're not fatty. They're actually all right for them. I don't want to give them normal treats just because of the sugar winding him up, and also he doesn't need it. He's too fat, really. So yes, I'm going to put all of these in there. This keeps him entertained. It's literally his best friend. Let's see if I can do it. Ooh, let's push these ones in. He gets so excited for this, guys. You don't even understand. So there we go. That's his treat ball all done. So now it's just to get the hay net. Untie these are obviously last night, leftovers from yesterday, and I gave him a bit more. So yeah, I'm going to go and get his hay net for this morning, basically. But his waters is all done. So here's Dan's hay. Now this isn't for him all day, this is for him for about 4 or 5 hours, because I come up every lunchtime and give him more hay, skip out, which will be all in this vlog. But this is his hay for him now. But yeah, his stable's all done and he is ready to come in. So I'm gonna go and get him in now, because at this point he will need a wee. There we go, guys, he's in. This is what he'll be doing for ages. You know I say how excitable he is and things, which is only really when it comes to our walk. He's fine in his stable. I couldn't ask for him to be any better, considering he's been in since April. He's brilliant. Treat ball helps a lot. And him tied outside, he's perfect with. He's only a nightmare leading. It's this excitement. Also, in the last vlog moving here, we didn't have any of this up. So I now keep my boots up here, and our rugs I kept here. And I've put his swingers up now and his lippet. Also, I wasn't sure if we were keeping the same bay or having a different bay. So we are keeping the same bay, and we buy a massive bale that gets delivered, which makes life so much easier. I need to just put the hoof roll and that in the bucket. It makes life so much easier because we're used to lifting God knows how many small bales, where the farmer just comes with his tractor and unloads it. It makes life so much easier. I can't even explain. So yeah, so we have that bay. We have more of an idea where my tack room's going to be, but it hasn't been fully confirmed yet. At this moment in time, I'm still fine without a tack room. We've got our big fence stakes ready for Dan to go out in the field, because obviously he's not going to be having the whole field to himself. But yeah, so that is Dan done now until lunchtime. But yeah, he's so happy actually in his stable, considering how long he's been in for. And like stood out here, he's brilliant. He's only a nightmare when it comes to me leading him out. So yeah, right now let's go and empty the wheelbarrow, because I'm running late and I've got to get on the road. Wheelbarrow done, but I'll see you later, Dan. Be a good boy, love you lots. So everyone else will start coming up now, I'm always the first one on the yard, and then when I leave they start coming up. They come up a bit later, but I just like to come up the time I do. A, because I've got to be for work, but also so that I can do the walk. Now this is my morning routine 7 days a week, so even on a Saturday and Sunday I could come up a bit later, but I don't. I still do it just because there's no one around to do the walk. So yes, this is my morning routine with him, and then I will be back up at lunchtime to do my lunch routine with him, which the whole day is going to be included into this vlog, his lunchtime routine and his routine. I'm up here 3-4 times a day, every day. But yeah, let's get to the other stables, which I'm not vlogging with, so I'll see you guys once I finish work. Okay guys, so it's the same day, although you're probably thinking, well, it don't look like it because your hair's gone curly. And I'm in different clothes. That's because I had my riding clothes on earlier, got changed to go to work, but also I've worked today but I haven't worked at my normal job, so I've been out in the rain, and basically my hair's naturally curly, not that you guys care, but then when it goes, so I straighten it, and then when it rains my hair goes curly, so it looks like it's a different day, but it's not. The weather has changed from this morning. Hello Dan the man. So basically my lunchtime routine is, hello, mwah, good boy, is take out the poos, give him another net, fill up water, just make sure that he's got enough hay, etc. Take the poos out, oh, and then I fill up his treat bowl, and then, oh thanks, mwah, good boy, and then yeah, that is basically it. And then I leave him and I go and do, I'll either go and ride mittens or I go and do whatever I'm doing in the afternoon, and then I come up a lot later on to give him more hay, which is basically his evening net till the next day, or you know, to the next morning, and give him his dinner. But I don't normally come up until around 7-8 o'clock in the evening. So yeah, I'll basically just give him more hay to tie him over until that time, and then I'll be back up later. But this is basically what I do every single day. I'm up here obviously first thing in the morning, lunchtime, and then evening, and sometimes I come up again, always up here 3 times a day, if not more sometimes. But yes, so let's get him done. The mess that he's been in, so he's not too messy. You've drank quite a bit of water actually. You a good boy? Are you a smart boy? This is the hay that he's got left. It's not focusing, so not a lot, so I'll have to give him a bit more to tie him over till tonight, but that's all good. Also, at lunchtime, I just take the poos out with a poop scoop. I don't like do a proper muck out. So in the mornings, the wee and the poo comes out, and then lunchtime, just the poo comes out. So I literally just bring my poop scoop in. My wheelbarrow is right opposite. I just chuck it in the wheelbarrow, and then I either empty the wheelbarrow in the evening or I do it in the morning. It kind of depends. But yeah, it's only mornings I actually take all of the wee out, and then I just skip out morning and evenings basically.
You know the drama. You know the drama.
Skip that, apologies guys, my phone's just not focusing. Oh, it's come right. So that's his bed all done until this evening. So we're going to go and top up his water now. So exciting guys, because we have a hose pipe. I've gone and done his net, so that's all done. That will be enough until I come up later on to do his dinner and give him more hay, because he'll spend ages kicking his treat ball. So yes, To be honest guys, that is pretty much all I do at lunchtime. When it's a really hot day, not that we've had many of them this year, but when it's hot, normally at lunchtime I will take him up to the area where there's another hose pipe where you can tie up and basically hose him down. I give him a nice wash down and then let him drip dry. Also, some lunchtimes as well, I bring him out of his stable and let him eat grass. I don't do that with him every single day though, because I don't want that getting into a routine and a habit, because if there is for some reason one day I can't and he has to stay in, oh god, that will create an issue. So what I do is I do it at different times. So sometimes I might do it in the evening instead of lunchtime, or I might not do it for 2 days, and then, or I might have 2 days in a row where he goes out at lunchtime and then he might not do it for 2 days, just so he's not expecting to be going out. But to be honest, he's so happy in this stable, like with his treat ball that keeps him, like, I'm so pleased we've got this treat ball. It has been a lifesaver, honestly. At our old stable, when we went to our friends in here, I highly recommend. He's more than happy being in here. So yeah, he does go out either lunchtime or evening. Like I said, not every day, but I do let him out to go and eat grass. And yeah, that is actually it. As long as he's got enough hay until I next see him, which isn't that long away really, and he's got water and he's happy and I've skipped him out, that's really all I can do. I mean, this morning it was really nice, really warm, hence why I put my shorts on. But the weather's just changed. It's gone like really grey, we've had rain, and it's not very nice now, so it's definitely not the weather to give him a wash down now. The other day I gave him a nice bath as well. So yeah, there's nothing more I can do now until I come up later, which is pretty much doing the same, except he'll be having an evening net, and he'll be having his dinner. And then I will be back up later to sort him out, which obviously you guys will be coming along as well. Where they, mister? Just make sure I put this bottom bolt on and my keys, and I'll see you later, Dan. Love you lots, be a good boy. And yeah, it's lovely, and the fact that he is only like 3 minutes away from my house, which makes it even better. So yeah, and then when I come up later, well, it depends actually, either, it's kind of weird, I either go and do Mittens and Dawn before I come up and do Dan for the evening, and then I come and do Dan and go straight home, or I come up and do Dan before and then I go straight to Mittens and Dawn and then go back home. It kind of depends really, so I'm not sure whether I'll go and do Mittens and Dawn beforehand or if I'll go and do them after this evening. But I'm going to get in my car now guys and go home and have some lunch, so I will see you all when I'm back up here. Okay guys, so it's a lot later on now. It's currently 8:20, and it's now time to give him his dinner, give him a new net, a big net to last him until the morning, and then taking out the poos, refilling up his treat ball, basically doing what I'd done earlier. The only difference is he'll have a bigger net and he will have his dinner as well. So I'm going to get that done.
It's not ready. Under neon bright lights when I see you dancing on the Polaroids. Just wanna have a good time, don't you? It all goes low, low, low. I don't wanna talk before the moment slowly slips away. Get a little dirty, baby, nothing you ain't gonna take, yeah. Fire burning like I do under my tattoos. It's a remedy, 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 yeah. And the way you go, baby, don't you know there's a remedy, 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 yeah. Drugs and cigarette smoke, is it the print you wanna leave behind? Get all those cold eyes cold looking, but say it bye, bye, bye. I don't wanna talk before the moment slowly slips away.
This dinner now guys. Still on the same, nothing's changed, purely fibre balance. off of the equestrian supplements quite a while ago now because he's finished it, and it's just something that you have for a month, which has been done. So at the minute he's just on biotin and turmeric because the vet told us not to bother with glucosamine, and also he was on garlic but he wasn't eating his dinner with it, so I just took it off to see if that was the reason. And now he's eating it again, so I've just taken him off the garlic. So at the moment he's only on 2 supplements, but he has all the vitamins and minerals in the pure feeds. Then, as you guys know, soak it down and then he's able to have it. Good boy, Dad. Oh, and guys, it's a bit dark in here, but you just wait. You wait. Because we have a light. It is perfect. Right, I'm going to get the poop scoop. He's actually very clean, like Mister. Until the morning. Well, it was yes.
Bring it to the thingy so they can see that you're doing what you're doing.
I've already showed it. You love this, don't you, Dan? Good boy. Not going to go for a hand race, but I'll take him out either tomorrow lunchtime or back to sitting out. He's drank his over half, he's come up earlier. have some left in the morning, but I'd rather see some hay in here than not at all. And by the way, even if that's on the floor, he will not eat that at all. He's so fussy, that will come out when I muck out in the morning, that will come out at the end, I guarantee. Right, that is dinner done. Everything is done now until the morning. It's time to do his hoofs again. Now, obviously I showed you me doing it this morning, so I'm not going to show it again because I'm doing the exact same thing, but I'm going to go and do it, and hopefully in 6 weeks time, Farrier only come out yesterday, so in 6 weeks time, hopefully by me doing this, he will have noticed the difference. Go, Dad. I'm sorry that you're eating. It's a bit harder when there's shaving. This morning I've done it. Right, that's all 4 done, and 2 more. Hey Dad, you good boy? Mwah. I love you. I love you. Mwah. Good boy. So guys, that is my evening routine done. Apologies with him kicking the ball. But yeah, so this is what basically Dan and I have been doing since pretty much since him going on box rest. The only thing that's been different is obviously I wasn't doing the walking out. But since I'm on my 5th week, coming up to my 5th week of doing rehab, so for the last 5 weeks, this is what I've basically been doing every morning, lunchtime and dinner. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this vlog. You've got a snippet of what I've been getting up to these last few months. I will be vlogging when the vet comes out for the next stage. I will be vlogging that, so stay tuned. It's another couple of weeks, so I might get out another vlog before the vet vlog, or the vet vlog might be next. I'm not sure, but I hope you guys have all enjoyed it. Please make sure that you like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, I'm going to do a vlog of Mittens. Although I've done a vlog with LJ riding Mittens, but I think I'm going to do another vlog of me taking her out, which is going to be exciting. The next stage for Dan is having the saddle fitter out, which is the day before the vet's coming. And yeah, I haven't really got anything else planned. Mittens is going to be continuing being hacked out like she is. And obviously nothing's going to be changing with Dan. This is what I'm going to be doing with him. So yes, stay tuned for the next vlog, and I'll see you next time. Bye!